I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I know the question you want to ask, okay? I know the things you were thinking. Don't think I don't. I know what you want to say. Shifty Drongo, what would an incel be like if they were entertaining? Ask no more, my sweet one. They would be kitchen cells. I came across this neat little subreddit, and it's, in one word, amazing. Listen, I'm no Redditor, and I know that's a hard point for me to make to you because of the countless videos I've made about subreddits, but I could scroll this for hours, this subreddit, and it brings me nothing but joy. Okay, I look on the regular incel subreddit, tears. I'm on the ground. I'm shitting myself. I'm pissing blood. I'm spitting saliva. I'm crying. I already said that one. What else? I'm hemorrhaging in my brain. Help. Help. But this? That's what I'm doing. Cackling. I probably just blew out the mic when I went cackling. But, you know, I'll fix that in post. You know what the rules of this subreddit are? And I shouldn't even say rules, because it's not rules. It's one rule. There's one rule of the kitchen cell subreddit. Billions must cook. Billions and billions and billions and billions must cook. Got very Donald Trump there. But billions must cook. Enough of me explaining how good this subreddit is, okay? I'm just going to begin. And I hope you enjoy. I hope this brings a spark. Okay, I hope this brings you joy watching this video. I know none of my videos have probably ever done that to anyone, but this one I'm hoping. I'm hoping this will brighten your day. I made a beef stroganoff because nobody's stroganoff my beef. Beef stroganoff, it's not bad. That doesn't look too bad, I will say. You know, many a cold nights, beef stroganoff has kept me warm when no one would stroganoff on my beef. Half of that's true. I've never actually made a beef stroganoff from like scratch or anything. I've made a lot of other things. Stroganoff is not one of them. The other half of it is true. Food kept me warm on those cold, cold nights when I had no one. I asked my high school biology teacher out on the day that I turned 18. You know, I don't want to offend anyone coming out the gate in this subreddit, you know. We're all 18 once. I was 18 once. I was dumb. Okay, when you're 18, you're dumb. I'm still only one of those things. You know, you do stupid things. But can I just say, I think even when I was 18, I knew it's probably not a crash hot idea. I asked my high school biology teacher out on a date the day I turned 18 via a Steam account. Via a Steam account? I don't know why, but something about a high school biology teacher having a Steam account just does not sit right with me. I will say that. Okay, so I feel like that'd be the hardest account to find out of all like the, you know, social media, right? You know, you got like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Although if a high school biology teacher had Snapchat, I'd be kind of worried. You know, I feel like that'd be the hardest one, the Steam account, but you know, you found it, which is weird and creepy, but good on you. She blocked me. Lemon chicken gnocchi? I gotta say, that looks tasty. Your kitchen cells sure know how to cook, which, I mean, makes sense. You're a kitchen cell. If you didn't know how to cook, that would be troubling. And also, if you didn't know how to cook, you should have been banned long ago from this subreddit, because kitchen cells only, alright? If you're a freak, you're allowed in the subreddit, but you gotta know how to cook. Fuck my stupid fucking life and this pathetic attempt at grilled cheese. What did you do? How do you... What? How did the cheese get over there? Listen, I mean this in the kindest possible way. How does one fucked up a grilled cheese? That's a serious question. How do you do that? How do you screw up a grilled cheese so badly? Like, what kind of pit of hell are you in? You're like, I'm gonna go make a toasty, and then you've come up with this monstrosity. Who did you piss off? My biology professor used me as an example of inferior genetics because I was short. Who's your professor, Joseph Mengele? Jesus Christ. Before I move on from the Nazi doctor, what the fuck what am I looking at here? What is this? I'm assuming that says Freeway Cola, which I didn't know was a brand. And then you've got, I want to say that's one hot dog with scrambled eggs and like big bits of onion on top of the scrambled egg. You couldn't even be bothered to chop the onion? Come on, man. And then Lifesavers and like heart-shaped lollies. That's one of the saddest meals I think I've ever seen. You know, I was having fun, and then I looked at what you created, and now I'm in a state of despair. So thank you for bringing me back down to earth. I've become so fat I can't even reach my dick to jerk off. I'm just going to glaze over that jerk off comment. Didn't mean it like that, but we'll continue. What am I looking at here? Is that, what, chunky milk? And I want to say that's a dip and a cracker, but I can't be certain. No girlfriend, no job, no driver's license, never kissed or even hugged a girl. My friends think I'm weird, and my class thinks I'm gay. Spaghetti. not. I'm not laughing. This is the face of a man that would laugh at your pain. No. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I want to talk shit about this meal, but to be honest, I've had this meal a few times. You know, when there's nothing in the cupboards, it's just spaghetti. Just spaghetti. You go, alright, I guess I'm having spaghetti for lunch. What sauces do I have? Not much. Salt. That's it. But sometimes you're at the end of the shopping week and you have to eat, okay? And you don't want to go and get some type of takeaway, alright? Because that's a waste. I'm going to eat plain spaghetti with a bit of salt on it. Sorry, I don't know why I got so vocal about that. That just, you know, these things have to come out sometimes. This one is by Judd Jackson. Fantastic name. Congrats. This meal is too good for me. I don't deserve it. I hate women because they pretend to like you and just use you like emotional porn. I mean, if that's what you really think, you're correct. That meal does look too good for you, okay? Change your attitude, and then you can eat that. Until then, it's the plain spaghetti for you. Alright, bud? Some potatoes and sausages I burned a little. I don't want to use hyperbole for hyperbole's sake, but a little, that's not enough of a reaction. That's dead. You've killed that beef a second time. If that were a human body, and hear me out here, I know that's a weird start, you would need dental records for that thing. That's how fucking charred that thing is. My VTuber crush moved in with her boyfriend a week ago. One of the saddest sentences I've ever heard. My VTuber crush moved in with her boyfriend a week ago. My VTuber crush moved in with her boyfriend a week ago. I can't read it with a straight face. It's actually impossible. I recreated one of her idiotic jokes. Pineapple pizza. Okay. Well, I can tell you didn't start crushing on her for a humour, because that is diabolically shit. Its taste makes me ill, just like her streams now. Yet, I know that I won't throw it out, and tomorrow I'll come back to finish it. Possibly while listening to her talking about her man. You know, sometimes in life you think, I wish things could be better. You know, I wish I could make more money. You know, I wish I could, you know, just be fulfilled in things that I'm doing. And then, you know, you see someone like this eating a pineapple pizza, which I don't mind a bit of pineapple on pizza. Don't come for me, alright? I don't want to have this debate. I'm not a millennial. But you see someone eating a pineapple pizza based on a VTuber crush that they have, and you go, I have it made, you know. It's not perfect, but by God, it could be worse. Reminder where you are. This is r/kitchen cells, bitch. We're clowning this motherfucker. Better take your sensitive ass back to r/depression meals. And you know what? I'm starting to feel that, because some of these meals are making me depressed. I will say that. You know, I think this is supposed to be like a haha funny, you know, my life sucks, here's a really nice meal. Some people I don't think are getting the joke. And that's, you know, it is what it is. You can't stop people from joining a subreddit, I suppose. 32 Mal. Never touched a woman. My crush is a VTuber who doesn't know I exist. You guys have got to stop having crushes on VTubers, right? You know most of them are just like blokes from India, right? Unless you know that and that's what you're into, then go ahead. Well, that does take me to my second point. You've got to stop having parasocial relationships with people online. It's just not healthy, okay? Asked ChatGPT what sauce to make for my egg burger. It said mayo, mustard, and lemon. Ate it imagining it was her discharge. Well, that answers one of my questions, I suppose. I was getting talked to by a female co-worker who got semi-close, leading to me screaming I'm gay at the top of my lungs. Passed with tomato broth and rice milk pudding. I'm not sure what the implication is here. You scared of women? Or you're scared that if a woman got too close to you, you'd complete, confirm, conclude, come. Anyway, we're never solving that little mystery. What is going on with the pasta? Alright, the pasta is a disaster. It's good. But seriously, look, what is that? It is so watery and overcooked. The pasta's overcooked, the sauce is watery, the milk pudding, I don't even... like, it just looks like chunky milk. I mean, it's awful, it's terrible. Listen, I'm no Gordon Ramsay, but that looks like shit, okay? So if you're gonna be on the Kitchen Cell subreddit, pick up your damn game. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of plain pasta and overcooked pasta and runny pasta. Make good meal or piss off. Anyway, I've had fun here. It was a little depressing in the middle, but I kind of felt like I picked up towards the end. Kitchen Cells. Is it my new favourite subreddit? Yes. I just had a committee meeting in my head about whether it was for a second, and we all came to the conclusion that it is, so I'm going to say yes. Anyway, like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Have fun. I'm running out of ways to conclude my videos. That was a throwback to when I was talking about cum. Goodbye.
love Shifty Drongo.